Hi, I'm Dr. Kelly Kessler, and I am the host of the podcast, Rewiring Health. This podcast is devoted to giving you expert information around nervous system regulation, subconscious mind reprogramming, and a variety of health topics so that you can optimize your life. Stop feeling burnt out, overwhelmed, in pain, and start living your life where you can remain successful without compromising your health. Have you checked out this week's giveaway? With over $1,700 in the next 5 weeks for my countdown to 100 episodes, these are such amazing prizes that you can win from past guests. If you haven't checked out this week's giveaway, just check it out in the details below and definitely enter so you can win. Welcome back to another episode of Rewiring Health. Now, before we get to today's episode, I do want to say that we're in week 2 of the Countdown to 100 giveaway. And this week, I'm going to be offering 2 giveaways. So definitely keep your eyes out from that. I'll post the links down below so that you can get in that and hopefully win some amazing prizes. So there's over $1,700 worth of prizes that I'll be giving away from past guests within the next few weeks here until we count down to episode 100. So definitely check that out. But today I want to talk about the paralysis of how. So this is something that has impacted me so many times in my life that I would want something to change in my life, or I would be starting something new. But the idea of having to have it all figured out and know how exactly it needs to get done and not know how would keep me stuck. And I'll talk about a personal example. So when I was starting this business, and this was years ago, I had no idea what to do. I was a physical therapist. I did not know about business. I did not know about anything. And the idea of starting it was, first of all, very overwhelming, but it was something that I desired. I wanted to start my own practice. I wanted to start my own business. And had no idea how to do that. And it delayed. I kept delaying it. I finally took one step, but then would take another big pause because I didn't know how to even proceed. I felt like I had to have it all figured out. And I know this comes from many of those subconscious beliefs that I have, that I need to be prepared. I need to have everything figured out. I need to make sure that nothing is going to falter, that, there was a lot of fear around that too, in worrying about things that could possibly go wrong, or making sure I had all my ducks in a row. And what I've come to realize as my own journey has evolved is that we don't need to worry about the how. We only need to worry about the what and the why. And so I'll explain that further, in that if you asked me several years ago what I even wanted my life to look like, I don't know if I could answer that. I felt like I was going through the motions of what I was supposed to do, what I should do. I actually didn't even have a clear vision of what I wanted my life to look like. If I could have anything in my life, if I got the life that I actually desired, I don't even think I could have answered that years ago, because I was living in autopilot. So the biggest thing and the biggest catalyst for me and my evolution was understanding my what. What do I want from my life? What do I want my ideal life to look like? And that has been the biggest driving force to actually start making changes. Now, when I really hunkered down on understanding what do I want my life to look like, and and making that as specific as possible, I can tell you that I had no idea how I'm going to get there. There are still goals I have that I have no idea how I'm going to get there, but I am very clear on what do I want out of my life. And that has been a huge catalyst in my life for getting clear on what do I want out of my life. If there was nothing holding me back, nothing in my brain saying that I couldn't do it, nothing in the outside world saying I couldn't do it, if there was nothing hindering me, what would my ideal life look like? And that has been such a huge blessing in my life to really get clear about that. And I continue to clarify it, and I continue to get, and it continues to evolve, I would say, even too, as I evolve. But I can say, if you ask me exactly what I want out of life, I can give you a pretty clear description of what that looks like. If you asked me that several years ago, I would have no idea. I would just think that I have to have it all figured out. And that's the message I want to tell you today. If you're getting stuck on the how, so maybe it's that you're perseverating on negative thoughts and you don't want to live like that anymore. Maybe it's that you feel stuck in your job and you feel like your health is being compromised because you are only working all the time, you're stressed out, and you don't want to live like that, but you don't know how to get out of that. I would say, again, what do you want to look like first? We can't worry about the how until we know exactly what we want different. So if you're getting stuck on the how and you feel like it's really paralyzing you because you maybe are like me a few years ago where I felt like I had to have all the answers to everything and I had to know the exact clear path that I needed to take. I needed to know all the steps before I could even get started. Then this is for you. I want you to take a moment to release the how. Don't even worry about the how. We don't need to worry about that now, but I want you to answer the what. What do you want your life to look like? What does that path look like? What does it feel like, even more importantly? So it's one thing to say what we desire in our life, but how do we really want to feel? What's the emotion we want to experience if the how were to become reality? What does that feel like? And that's the most beautiful thing is like, how do we want to feel in our life? Do we want to feel free? Do we want to feel empowered? Do we want to feel expansive, evolved? How do we want to feel loved, joy, peace? What does that look like? And what does it feel like? And take a moment, if you're listening to this, write these down. Get yourself as clear as you can on the what. And again, do it without any inhibitions. Do it without anything hindering you. Just imagine what your life could be like if there's absolutely nothing holding you back and that you could create your dream life in this very moment. Get as clear as you can on that, and that becomes your what. On top of that, before we ever answer our how, we need to get clear on the why. Why does that matter to you? Why is there such a strong desire to get to that point? What's your driving force? What's going to keep you going when days get hard? What's going to keep you going when maybe things don't always work out exactly as you envisioned? Get clear on the why. What's the why behind what you want? And those are the two big things. If you can answer those questions and really start honing in on them, devoting your energy to those, I will tell you that the how will figure itself out. You don't have to worry about the how. There will be things in your life that will open up for you to get to the what. And there will be things that open up and that that will allow you to continue to pull on the why for why you want to get there. So if you feel like you want some kind of change in life, but you are stuck on the how, and believe me, it can be daunting when you feel like you have no idea how you're going to get out of this situation. You feel stuck. You feel like there is no option. You feel maybe like a victim. You feel like you are trapped in something that you are dreading. You absolutely can't stand. And to have to come up with a how am I going to get out of this can feel completely overwhelming. But I want you to take this as a message as trust that the world is working for you, but you have to tell the world and the universe what you want out of your life. If you are so focused on being trapped in your current situation and you never look outside of what maybe you could create if anything was possible, what is the what that you want to get to? And if you can gain clarity on that, believe me, there will be things that will open up for you to allow you to get to that what. But if we have absolutely no clarity on what we want out of life, it can be very easy to get trapped, to feel stuck, to feel like we're just going through life in autopilot. And you can think about this as if you were in the ocean, you had no engine, you were in a boat, the waves are going to just crash and push you in whichever direction that they push you in. And the outside world will just continue to push you in whatever direction they push you in. But what if you had some clarity of where you want to go? and you saw that point on the map and you got the engine, you got a little bit of action behind you. You started the engine and you had that point in mind and you kept your trajectory, your overall trajectory towards that point. And maybe you didn't know how you're going to get there, but even with the waves crashing against you and everything that's happening in life that is trying to derail you, you had such a clear vision that I'm going to get to that point no matter what it takes. I know that's where I want to go. Then you will figure out the how to get there. It will happen. But what we have to do first is figure out the what and not get caught up on the how that stops us from taking action, stops us from getting clarity, stops us from getting the life we desire. So I wanted to share that message with you because this is something that I had struggled with for years. I got so caught up on thinking that I had to have all the answers. And through my own journey, and it's something I'm continuing to learn, I don't have to have all the answers. I just have to know what I want out of my life and have such a strong desire and emotion attached to it and realize that action through that process will allow things to unfold in the way that they are meant to unfold for me. And getting clarity on that is the biggest gift you can give yourself. So I hope this serves you well today. And again, thank you so much for joining me. And if you found value in this, please share it with someone else who could also benefit from it. Thank you for spending your precious time to listen to this episode of Rewiring Health. My mission is to inspire hope and healing through science-backed practices. If you found value in this, please share with 3 people and leave a review. By doing so, this message can be spread to those who need to hear it most. Also, to get updates on the most recent episodes, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being part of this community, and I am forever grateful for you.